Okay, so this is a mandatory racer meeting. Let's see, am I actually recording? Yeah, I'm recording. We got all the people out here, people over there. This is G-Land's brother. No, just kidding. This is G-Long, but now they're all lazy. They call him GT.
Yeah, I mean, people can't say our names right.
Yeah, I can't either. G-Long, Tonta the Rock.
Mario, get well, our ESK8 champ. Sure.
Woo!
National red jersey, where you at for EUC? Don, where you at, Don? Go to the community, get better. Glad to see you. Asphalt Kings, you guys did big ass job last year. We reached over 1 million views, guys.
1 million. This is us walking the track.
What do you think is the best place to crash on this track?
I'm going to say it'll be on the U-turn part because people are going to try to use it as a spot to force a pass. So if the other person's not fully aware, they're going to hold their race line, which means 2 people on the same line.
And everyone's there starting together. And
Ow, I'm beginning to look at this. So we're going to have some decent speed here.
I do this every year. I want to pass the finish line. I'm going too fast. And I'm like, I'll just deal with that after I win. And then
exactly.
I get to the barrier.
That happened a lot at the last one that I went to in Long Beach. Everybody was just blowing. Oh, and San Francisco.
Good spot to stand for photos, then.
Unless that's a good place to catch racers that are out of control.
Splash them.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is a little loose.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wide as hell.
Oh, there's so many rocks there. We don't care about rocks if we're on wheels. It's those poor little e-skate people that care about little pebbles and rocks on the thing. We're good with giant potholes and roadkill and whatever. So.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Bodies.
They're just speed bumps.
That's what happens in Vegas. There's just like deceased homeless people around. You got to jump them.
The nice thing about the 4-wheel drive race board that I had for a while is that if somebody crashed in front of me, I could just like monster truck over there.
Hey JP, we're at the races in Phoenix, and that was Dawn. She's alive. That's. I was gonna say the fastest guy here, but he has the second fastest time. But I still say he's the fastest guy here because he's the only guy that didn't crash on his fastest time. So, and I was third. This is the start of heat 1.
Down into the pre-third lap.
Whoa, Turbo just got
Turbo
front.
Up to the front. Douglas behind. Around that first little hairpin. Again, 4 laps to decide what to move on to our final and who is sent to the LCQ. Turbo holding on to a confident front position.
Oh, a little bit of a bobble there from Zach in second, trying to track down Turbo.
Again, our top 3, Turbo, Zach.
This is something new from Turbo. Turbo is
Zach, and Douglas
now
up in their top 3.
Top tier competitive. No
Zach
offense
right
if you're hearing me this Turbo, but
down the
that's
hill
not
into the hairpin, trying to find an opportunity to get past. But again, top 2, and he does into the lead. Zach Darnell
pushes past Turbo Iwinski. Douglas holding on to that 3rd place. However, you still want to jump into the top 2. Top 2 move on to the final. The back 3 are pushed to the LCQ.
Zach Darnell with a commanding lead. Douglas Marshall trying to track down Turbo Iwinski. White flag is out. Final lap for heat number 1 of our EUC. Zach Darnell with a commanding lead, but the battle for that second and final transfer position is heating up.
Douglas wants it. Can he take it from Turbo Iwinski here in the final stretch?
Gonna be a drag to the line. Turbo taking
so
that
close.
second spot.
And with that, nice. Zach Darnell and Turbo Iwinski move on to the final.
I got it.
I can't record the second heat because
I got it flat.
Yeah, you do. So Aaron likes to do this a lot. Can we put air in your tire or is it fucked?
No, look.
I see that, but what happened?
Shouldn't be low on air.
All right, heat number 2 coming up.
He's in the flip.
All right, heat number 3 for our EUC class, making their way onto the track. One sight lap around.
Slow lap, slow lap.
And get things going. 4 laps, stop 2, make it directly into the main event. 5 racers in this heat. Roger, David, Zin, Songhai, and Jeremiah.
Our last heat race of the EUC class. Again, if you did not make it into the top 2, you're going to the last chance qualifier, the LCQ for the EUC class.
That'll be coming up right after our ESK8 heat races. So we'll go directly into ESK8 after this, and then our LCQs, and wrapping things up for the day, our main event. As they make their way to the grid position, 5 racers in this heat, top 2 making it into the main event for our 3rd and final EUC heat race.
Yeah, light right there. Good. Okay. The light goes out. Go. 4 laps. Green, green, white checker. You guys ready? Cool.
Ready to go.
All right, as the racers are ready on their marks, light goes out and we're racing. Heat number 3 of our EUC class. And Roger with a nice lead off of that pole position.
David Copley behind, Zed Lee, Songhai Smith, and Jeremiah out there in that 1st and 2nd.
Roger and David battling right now, and Zen right behind trying to find any opportunity to get into one of those transfer positions.
With David Copley still holding a confident 2nd, but Zed Lee still bringing up that 3rd place spot, wants to jump up into 2nd, transfer position into the final.
In 4
just
laps
keeping it chill.
Making it in. As the racers spread out along this track.
Slid out.
There we go, Roger Hajali still holding on to a confident position.
I guess I should keep it a little more chill if I'm going to be
David Copley right behind
sliding out.
Eddie waving that white flag, coming out, final lap. Number 3 in our EUC class.
Up to that 2nd place position to be confident in the final.
Into that final hairpin. Roger making his way up the hill. Checkered flag is coming out. Making that important first transfer position, followed by David Copley.
And with that, like you said, Roger Hajali and David Copley have moved on to the final.
Dude, I slid out on something over here.
EUC heat races.
I was going to make an attempt to pass, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to, like,
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
I'm behind for a little bit, and I got like tired. So
Yeah, I slid out and got.
yeah.
Did you see me slide out?
I got on.
Yeah, he saw, but I was over there. I hadn't slid out once in practice in that spot. Why?
Blood and sweat.
I guess. Thank you. Not bad for an old guy.
Looking at EV's most experienced tech. Yeah, Albert's fast as fuck.
Why is Albert doing more work than you?
Because he knows what he's doing. I only took this wheel once so hard.
When I saw Roger slip,
All right, coming up next, one of our ESK8 Races.
By the way, Aaron, this is not yours, is it? It was on the ground over there.
Oh, I bet I know whose it is.
No, that's mine.
Heat number 1, Jack Sarah, Ashton, Rob, Dina, JJ, and Alex. Heat number 1 of our ESK8 Races coming up in about
Oh wait,
5
that's my
minutes.
stuff. I like putting the stuff near my stuff.
What? He knows a way that we don't know.
You don't need to take off the suspension.
What do? You just gotta push it back up. You gotta take out these four screws and this one slides out.
That light turned out, and I was like, "Is that really the light out?" Or
It went so fast.
It was so
Just
fast.
like, he was like, all right, watch the light. And it was out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I almost passed you on the start. My foot wasn't in my right. So I was literally like trying to dig, and I was like, and then I went.
Of the start.
Man, so close.
And again,
Oh, good shit. That's fine.
ESK8 Races coming up in about 5 minutes. You're in heat number 1. Because
he wobbled pretty bad.
Move on
So,
to our ESK8
You can be fast on the track, and you can be fast off the track. This is a tire change that was done in, I'm gonna say like
15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, definitely like 15 minutes.
My record was 12 minutes. And I don't think you beat it.
Did you have help?
I had Steven and my father. He has Brian, Albert, Nat, you.
That'll do it for heat.
I'm just looking and annoying them.
Coming up in heat
Not
number
helping.
2.
Brian's looking at it like he's never seen a tire before.
We have Reggie.
Oh man, they put it on backwards.
GT, Brandon, Joe, and Danny. So
We always say that about tires. No matter how it is, it's backwards.
BB thinking or what?
It's with a tube, so it doesn't matter about the
I thought you were going back to Pennsylvania.
You'll put underwater and see. It should be like a slow leak somewhere.
And heat number 2 making their way.
Somebody might have just thought it's funny to let the air out of the tire.
GT, Brandon, Joe,
Or who did you F with?
He's pretty good.
Yeah, you made a joke about something.
First glance.
Interesting to see him get the launch off post.
Team SKP battle out front.
Nowhere good to film.
All right, 3 laps for our last
Doug,
chance qualifier.
Zen, Brian, Tucker, Vince. We're looking for Brian to do some damage out here. He's got a good start, but Doug has the best start.
And green is up. Brian Dillard out front.
No, he's not.
That's Doug.
That's Doug.
Doug.
Douglas Marshall, I apologize.
Brian.
And Zen Lee behind.
Brian just fell
Tucker
to
Duff in the
fourth.
third, and Brian Dillard up in fourth.
Again, top 2
We still love you,
making it
Brian.
into the main event. Only 3 laps to find our last 2 racers to fill the grid. Douglas Marshall in the lead.
Zen Lee, Tucker Johnson, Brian Dillard, Vince Ramirez, Songhai Smith, Celeste Cunha, and Jeremiah.
Oh, fuck!
Looks like Tucker Johnson is down, and
I told
he's
you,
okay.
Big thumbs up, he is good. Douglas Marshall still in the lead. Now Zen Lee still holding on to that second place spot.
With Brian Dillard right behind.
That's what Tucker gets.
You're not even in the race.
Now, is Brian going to be able to make a pass?
White flag up here in the LCQ. Douglas Marshall still holding on to the spot. Brian Dillard creeping up behind Zen Lee. Can he take that second transfer position to get into the final?
Trying to drive down, and he's going for a move.
Yeah!
Brian Dillard.
Hold it, baby! Yeah!
Transfer for position. You can see Zenley smiling through the helmet. Can he take his spot back? Douglas Marshall moves on to the final. Checkered flag for Brian Dillard.
Nice.
And with that, Douglas Marshall and Brian Dillard move on.
Brian, you
to
made
the
us proud,
EEC
boy.
final.
Thank you. Tucker, how does it feel? Keep getting what you deserve. I'm just following your lead.
Oh! Damn!
Because I gave him what he deserved. Obviously.
White flags, so you're gonna see green, 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 white, green checker. You guys see the light right there? When the light goes out, you go. Are you guys ready? Yep. Watch the light, watch the light.
And there we go, light goes green. And jump to the top of the podium.
Darnell in second, trying to track him down. Roger Hajali in third, followed by Turbo.
Keeping it a little wide, but maintaining as much speed as possible. Roger Hajali falling back, Turbo down to second.
Heating up for that third place position. Turbo right on Roger's heels.
Again, 6 laps, max speed, 36.2 lap time.
Making their way into the main event through the last year's qualifier and trying to fight up through the
2 laps deep into a 6-lap final. Into a 3rd lap.
top 3 are spacing themselves out. Roger trying to track down Zach Darnell in second place right now.
To the back final. All riders who put down fast qualifying times and heat times.
Maxwell Berger holding down the lead, followed by Zach Darnell and Roger Hajali. Turbo Iwinski trying to track down the top 3. They're right behind Turbo. The battle for 4th place is heating up.
You can see Max starting to feel a little more comfortable with that. He's also pulling away from the rest of the pack with Roger up in 3rd.
Aaron Doria trying to make a move up the hill on Turbo. The Turbo holds him off coming into the first corner.
Cool and collected, ready for it. That bottom hairpin gets around it, goes tight to tight. And there we go. Right side of the Maxwell Berger in this top 3 stand. With Maxwell Berger, Zach Darnell, and Roger Hajali.
Aaron Doria up into 4th place, overtaking Turbo Iwinski. On the final stretch, down the hill into the hairpin.
Will our 2024 season champ get that very well in the EUC play class with Maxwell Berger, Zach Darnell in 2nd, and Roger Hajali in 3rd.
What a race to get things going.
That's how it should be, guys. Nice.
Again, our first race, first main event in our EUC
Yeah, it is.
2025.
Whee!
Alright, coming up next, we're going to have our ESK8 main event. Reggie Thomas, Jack Barrett, Johnny Mooney, Ashton GT, Post Toast, Redbeard, and Tucker.
Awesome race, guys. Good job.
Clean. Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Nobody.
Good job.
Thank you.
I wouldn't call that all right.
Thank you.
Good job out there, dude.
Thanks, man. Another podium. Why not?
The main event will be at 3:45.
Great.
Yeah, I screwed up at some point and I lost so much ground. I just tried to stay in between second and fourth.
There was a decent bumper throughout the top four, like, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are just fast.
Yeah.
Max, you're on.
Third. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to be the podium, so. ESK8 final. This is the
Jack
first
Farrell
lap.
in second, John Mooney in third.
All right, red flag, red flag,
Red flag. That means
red
something
flag.
bad.
Race is stopped. Red flag.
Red flag.
Stay in position.
We're gonna do a full restart.
Just regrid. I hate this. Anyway, I guess I'll see what happens over here.
Racers back to start grid, please.
Back to start. So this is kind of shitty. One of the fastest guys is out and they're regridding. I guess he must have either crashed or mechanical or I don't know what. Oh, now I'm hearing he is racing. We won Ash! We won Ash! Yeah!
Everybody's excited.
Get it.
You start in the back.
Hey, he's my friend, okay?
Doing a quick restart.
Are they really gridding him to the back?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when he fell, he did get to the back, but
Yeah.
I think technically if you cause a red flag, you get put in the back. That's
Okay.
what it was last year. Did he cause it?
Makes
I mean,
sense.
he fell, but some caused the red flag.
It could have been
he
a-
fell because of
A crow could have flown into
So
him.
because of the
I didn't
red
see what
flag,
happened.
We're gonna have everybody
He kind
move
of got
up
forced to
a
the outside
grid
and then
position.
hit the
Reggie's gonna be launching it first. You got Jack in second.
So there is an inflatable barrier on the other side of the track way over there that Zach hit.
What's your vlog camera now?
It's
So
never
it'll be
been the
Reggie,
same.
Jack,
No, because I don't have my helmet camera. So I've been doing this. I need a dot helmet, and I don't want to put a mount on that helmet. So I need to actually use my motorcycle helmet.
I use it at ESK8 concerts. You're saying you want to switch back to motorcycle?
No, I like what I use.
okay,
It's just because the rules.
All right, let's do this thing again.
Jack
The
just.
ESK main event. Reggie Thomas out into the lead, followed by Johnny Mooney.
And there we go, Reggie pulling away from the rest of the pack.
It looked to me like Jack got rooked
Jack
over there.
Farrell making a move on Mooney on the outside.
Now, that's a lot to make up
There
for
we go,
these
Jack
guys.
Farrell
So.
makes the move around John Mooney. There we go. Reggie pulling away from Jack. Can Jack catch the tail of Reggie Thomas uphill? Again, 6 laps to decide what the podium looks like here in day 1 of Phoenix for the ESK8 Pro class.
GT right on the heels of Johnny Mooney, trying to get up into one of those top 3 positions. Reggie Thomas out in the lead with Jack Farrell trying to track him down. 2 of the fastest racers out here today, battling it out for that top spot.
Reggie, like I said, still pulling away. Jack pulling away from the rest of the group as well. Johnny Mooney still holding a confident third away from GT.
With Postos right behind, Redbeard getting past on the outside.
That is
Ash making
a lot of a
moves
lead.
all the way from the back. Still behind Redbeard. Redbeard's taking it back from Ash.
Jack Farrell laying all the way down to gain as much speed as possible. Johnny Mooney and GT getting tight
This ain't
through
easy to
those
film.
hairpins.
A battle for 5th place. Looks like Ashton back ahead of Redbeard, now trying to track down Post Coast.
Reggie holding as much speed as possible through that bottom hairpin. Jack Bear gaining on him. And we saw Johnny Mooney and GT fighting for that 3rd place spot. GT trying to make a move.
Oh, trying to make his move on the uphill. Ashton looking at Post Coast, trying to get around him as well, battling all the way.
There's a lot of battles going on here.
There's a fight for every position in the field, front to back. Chip to tail between Johnny Mooney and GT for that 3rd place position. We're about to have a white flag for that final lap. There it is. Reggie Thomas still holding his top spot. Jack Bear closing the gap between him and Reggie.
Oh, Ashton making the move. Oh, not able to hold it in the hairpin. Ashton trying to make moves all the way from the back.
Reggie once again pulling away from Jack Bear. Can he hold on to that top spot and finish on top of the podium here today in day 1 of Phoenix, Arizona. Stop 1, season 2, and there is checkered flag.
There we
The
go.
battle for 3rd still going on. Johnny Mooney trying to hold off GT as they come to the line. Johnny Mooney takes 3rd, followed by GT. And there's his Toast, Redbeard, and Tucker. With Ashton bringing it up.
The top 3, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is me back with my normal helmet, my normal video, everything normal until I get kicked off the track because this is a MIPS helmet, not a DOT helmet. So for this track, this helmet is safe. For everything else I do, it's pretty much safe, but anyway, they will say otherwise because it doesn't have the rating, but rating schmating, it has kept me safe through some gnarly crashes. And I don't know, I crashed once in a DOT helmet. Everybody's like, well, I bet you're glad you were wearing that. It's like, no, I've had much worse crashes in my MIPS helmet, and would have been just happy having that protect my head. This is Nat that I'm behind, San Diego rider. That's how to take that turn, but it kills my legs. I think I might need to get off the track. I'm not sure. I don't want to overdo it. Although I guess I have some time until like a half hour till the next session. Roger takes them all! Yeah! Whoa! A little aggressive there. It's just practice. Just practice. I was only kidding.
Times are over here. That's the best time.
Oh wow, I'm in 26. Okay, so we're half a second.
These are your last time, the last time that you did.
Yeah, that was my last lap. I just went out to do one fast lap. So I did one and I crashed, and then the second one I guess I made it. So. All right, so they opened the track for another practice session because they changed it. I don't know what they changed. It was something to do with the start finish, having too much speed when you go through it. So they're trying to slow us down or something, or give us more runoff. I'm not sure. I don't see anything different, but I'm not so, I don't care, I guess. Track is the track. This is the track. Can actually see, which is wonderful.
And again, this is just a 10-minute additional practice for our when we're going to start our Super Bowl qualifying. 12:30 EUC Super Bowl qualifying.
Alright, this is getting boring now. I think I got my, well, maybe I'll do some hotness. Let's see. Alright, so we're qualifying. I forgot to hit record, but anyway, my time was 25.4 and Zach just put a 25.022. But that's Aaron right now, and he's looking like he wants it bad. So we'll see what happens. This first lap is, I think, going to be his.
All right, making his way through lap number 1. Aaron Doria trying to get into one of those top spots into the heat races. Time coming in. Up in the second place with a 25.2, just 2/10 off that provisional pole.
Well, I don't mind being in third position. That's fine.
Trying to drop some time here.
Oh, wait, damn it. I'll be in fourth because Max still has to go. Damn it!
Of our EUC.
All right. Thank you.
number 1. The racers are going to make their way around the track for a sight lap and towards their grid position.
You know, every time I see that red bit,
we're doing it.
Watch Maxwell Burger.
He's going to be a fast one and a tough one to catch, per usual.
Damn it, Max just passed me.
Their way around
again.
Again, 4 laps, top 2, making it directly into the main event. So those top 2 transfer positions are what everyone's gunning for.
I think I'm 3.
You're 2.
I'm 2? Oh, I'm 2. I don't know. I was. Okay. Thank you, Celeste.
Again, Max Berger, Roger, Douglas, Zinn, Nat, and Sung for heat number 1 of our EUC heat races.
Okay, guys, it'll be 4 laps. 2 greens, 1 white, 1 center. Light goes out, go. Watch the light.
And here we go. Heat number 1.
Dang, man. Barrier to exit.
Douglas Marshall and then Roger Hajali.
Bringing up the rear. You can see Maxwell Burger already starting to create that gap from the rest of the pack. Lead all the way forward, sing it up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be screwed. We're going kind of slow though.
Have to battle back to try to get that spot. Tim Lee pulling up in 4th, trying to track him down. Max Berger flying up the hill. Douglas Marshall and Roger Hajali battling it out for that second.
Douglas pushing, trying to create a gap between him and
Roger is tracking him down right now, trying to get that second and important transfer position. Smile on his face as he cruises up the hill, trying to track down. White flag is coming out. Final lap out here. Can Roger Hajali track down Douglas Marshall for that second transfer position into the main event? Berger with a commanding lead coming up the hill.
looks like Roger is finally closed that gap.
The W. Douglas Marshall with the second and crucial transfer position into the main event. What a battle.
Yes, sir.
Douglas.
I wouldn't have had it if I didn't pass it at the start.
I know.
And Douglas Marshall
kept catching me right here.
to the final and have their
And at the other end too.
All right, coming up in heat number 2, we have Zach Darnell, David Copley, Turbo Iwinski, Tucker Johnson, Celeste, and Grace.
Last chance qualifier. We do it.
Put your hands together for heat number 1 of the EUC class. Sung Chin wrapping it up for us.
Can't pass. And this is the last chance qualifier group. Still missing a couple, but we got to get out here, do our little sighting lap, and then we stop right out here to grid up. And I will be there for the grid, and I will also, anyway, I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. It's none of anybody's business. There's Celeste. I think that's all of us. Where's, I don't know. It's getting warm over here.
All right, EUC EUC last chance qualifier, please make your way onto the track. Roger, David, Vince, Tucker, Zen, Songhai, Jeremiah, and Celeste. Here we go. The last two grid positions in the main event. And it is a stacked field out here. 8 racers to try to get 2 spots in just 3 laps.
Okay, so if I get a decent start, then I finish in front of David, and that'll help me a little bit. Otherwise, I'll just finish behind David.
The reverse of the track has definitely made things interesting today. Little adjustment right in that last turn before the start-finish line. This track is definitely fast, a little faster than yesterday.
Top 2 move on. Any questions?
Nope.
Can you guys see the light?
Yes.
When the light goes out, you wait. Hey, give me my list again. Give me my list again.
Tucker was in it.
Roger, David, Vince, Tucker, Zen, Songhai, Jeremiah, and Celeste is your grid order.
Oh, yeah. Vince is behind me. There you go. Go with the line. I know, we are. Gotta get you right, Vince. No worries.
3 laps. Green, white, checker. When the light goes out, you go. Can you guys see the light?
Yes.
Cool. Watch the light.
And there we go, light goes out. There's the last here. David Copley out in second. Reminder, top 2 move on to the final.
They're trying to make a move up there on Vance. Again, just top 2, like you're saying, directly into the main to fill the grid. Roger Jolly extending his lead. David
Copley can feel Vince gaining on him. Vince takes a little bit of a wide.
I did a bad turn. My bad.
Roger pulling away from the rest of the pack, trying to make his lead a more confident one.
Just 3 laps to determine those last spots. Right now, Roger.
All right, now I'll turn it on. I was just afraid of the white line on that last lap.
3 laps to the white flag as Roger Jolly passes you at start finish. Last lap, here we go. David Copley up in second.
They make their way through the hairpin and up the hill. Final lap. Roger and Jolly in the lead. David Copley in that second.
You can see their faces. You can see the smiles when they're racing. Then there we go. Roger and Jolly and David Copley stamp their place into that EUC final.
All right, coming up at 3:10. So in about 7 minutes, we're gonna have our ESK8 last chance qualifier at 3:10. ESK8 last chance qualifier. And that'll be Redbeard, Ruck, Host, Brandon, Casey, Dina, and James.
Almost, Vince.
All right, so this is the final group. I will be in front of only number 59, that's David. So if you see him in my video, then you know I screwed up. There's a few people here that I should be able to outpace, and we'll see what kind of tingling gets going on.
Get our flag to the track. We're about to get things going with our main event. Start things off with our EUC class. What a pleasure. The introduction of the ERO jerseys and bibs.
Bottom of the barrel, baby.
Yes, sir.
Me and you.
Hey, but we came back.
Well.
We got some, and we got 3 extra practice laps in.
Yes, sir.
Followed by Aaron Doria. And in the 4th grid position, Douglas Marshall. 5th, Brian Dillard. Then Turbo Iwinski, Roger Hajali, and David Copley to wrap things up. I'm getting the hang of it, David.
We got
it, sir. We got it. Yes.
I'll learn to read one day. Shout out to my parents, they're here.
English is hard. I'm still learning.
Names are hard. Give me 6 laps, guys. 6 laps. Light goes out, you go. Watch the light.
No yapping.
And it's lights out and away we go for our EUC Bingo
Oh,
I'm not letting people pass me. Couldn't take Turbo there. I tried.
Turbo Iwinski.
Who's beeping?
Right behind him. Getting a little bit of a bobble around that corner, but keeping it together.
All right, let's try a different entry to this. I'll let him keep it one more lap.
Away from Max Berger.
The smallest of wobbles from Max.
We're going so slow, guys.
Zach Darnell in the lead, followed by Max Berger, Aaron Doria.
I had a bad entry on that one. I couldn't take him that time.
Champion and yesterday's winner having some work to do.
Looks like Turbo's slowing down.
Out the lead.
Turbo's definitely slowing down. Oh my God, I didn't take advantage.
What a fast group of racers out here.
Final lap here in the final day of Phoenix, Arizona. Make some noise for our EU.
That was fast. Okay, fine, Turbo. You keep it, whatever.
And Doria still trying to fight for that.
What happened, Roger? I decided not to crash you out. I should have done it.
Nice race, guys. Good job.
All right. Slowest laps of the day for me. Oh well. What happened?
That was easily the best finals I think I've seen you do today.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me? I was second to last.
But that was the best finals that I've seen you do.
I've seen a few people
today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I came first in my other heat.
That wasn't finals.
Okay. There's only one. Now I get it. No matter what. Got it. Okay. So what was the finish order?
Max, it was Zach was first at first, and then Max came past him.
So it was Max, then Zach, then Aaron?
Zach. No, Zach.
Oh yeah.
Zach.
Congratulations.
He passed me. Yeah, he was by the 4th grade.
Good stuff. Now we know. It was fun losing with you. I lost. It was a good day, good weekend. I had a great time.
Zach deserved it.
He is an animal.
He is an animal.
But I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm not recording on purpose. Day is done. Did well enough. I don't think I'm going to be finishing on a podium of any sort, but that's not what it's all about, people. About having fun. I had fun. I think my friends had fun. And anyway, Long Beach will be next, and I'll try to do a little better out there. So we'll see what happens. So this is an EUC and E-Skate event. This is the E-Skate final, and there are some freaking crazy fast people towards the front of this
lights
thing.
go down, there's the start.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. It's better if I do.
Reggie up to second. Jack Farrah up in the front.
Jack Farrah holding down the lead. Reggie right behind him as they make their way through.
Yeah, I don't think there's any passing Jack. I haven't seen him making any mistakes this weekend.
Through the hairpin and up the hill. Reggie Thomas right on the heels of Jack Farrah.
GT trying to pass by Johnny Mooney with Tucker Johnson right behind the two battling it out. Reggie not leaving any room between him and Jack.
Jack trying to get a little bit of distance between him and Reggie as they make their way down the hill, laying it all the way down, and then back full throttle up the hill right in front of us.
Jack and Reggie both putting on 24-second lap times, not leaving anything out here for the weekend. Jack somehow pulling away from Reggie. Reggie's gonna try to put it together between these double hairpins. Ash doing some nods. I don't know if he's like what's going on, but he's gonna try to touch the two up front.
Ash holding down third right now. Johnny Mooney in fourth, trying to track it down. The battle for first place is heating up though. Reggie Thomas right behind Jack Farrah as they come out the top section of the track.
I've never seen Rux in last place.
Jack still looking confident.
Well, except that one time he crashed.
Hairpins, pushing down the lower part of the track. Little wobbly, getting ready for the hairpin. Reggie's gonna try to make the pass.
They're looking for any opportunity to get past.
He is pressuring him. That's what's going to happen. That's the only thing.
Head Reggie Thomas right behind Jack Farrah, the closest he's been all race.
Fighting for every inch. It is literally tip to tail between these two racers. Ash trying to get confident there. Reggie ready to make the pass.
Trying to find an inside line. Will he have a break coming out of the corner as they come up the hill?
Damn, boy.
He's right behind Jack Farrah.
We got to make this like 10 laps.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But they're going to take each other out is the problem.
Ever since I gained weight, it's so much easier.
Really?
Yeah. My thighs are so much thicker.
Trying to get clear, coming out.
Not happening.
Through the chicane.
Dude, this is so
Reggie
close.
wants,
Dude,
you can see it in the aggression of his racing. He's getting a little wobbly, but he still wants to stay in control. What will happen on the last two turns? The checkered flag is up.
The final clear. Jack Reggie Thomas.
Damn. Oh.
And a big ball in the back. Ash taking third. Looks like Johnny Mooney and GT go
Holy
down.
shit, Tucker got like 4 positions in it.
They're a huge crashes.
I know, Tucker
Oh, yeah.
just gained like multiple positions.
Oh, but it doesn't matter for points. I actually forgot about that until Aaron said that he beat me because he was in fourth and I was in like almost last today.
It's all points.
Yep.
What a race start to
All right,
finish.
time to let the air out.